to the issue of subsidy. We all assume that when you remove subsidy, it will end somewhere. As a tail end, who is suffering it? It's the masses that we're representing here. If you are putting levy, you are deducting money of GSM and whatever you call the agencies you call for. As a tail end, it will fall on us and the people that we are representing here. We should look at it critically, sir. We should not deceive ourselves. Initially, this motion has been moved and issues have been said. Even outside are looking at us the way how we are presenting it. For us to stand in this chamber and think or we believe that this levy is not going to fall on our citizens, we are deceiving ourselves. I represent Malamudori Kaugama Federal Constituency.
Mr. Speaker, I think the general quagmire on this law was caused by the Office of the Attorney General of the Federation. He's the chief law officer of this country. I think they should have come by the issuance of that memo by the CBN. They should have come and give the Nigerian public the clear interpretation, the clear position of that law. But they kept quiet. And I think this lack of attention to details of legislations from the Office of the Attorney General is a source of concern to this country. There are many interpretations of laws in these countries that are put to public domain where the Office of the Attorney General should clarify the issues and then we move forward. That failure, that gap is a very serious source of concern on the part of the Office of the Attorney General of the Federation. Another source of concern is the Law Reform Commission. They should tighten up and do their job. We shouldn't have found ourselves on these issues. If they are doing their jobs, they could have clearly come out and said, no, this is the position of the law. I think we should not even bedevil the National Assembly. We have done the law. We have done what we should have done. We called the public hearing. All those that are concerns were here. We passed the amendment. Amendment passed through. And then we are here coming up to apportion blame.
Thank you very much. I think the duty of the legislature is to make law. The duty of the legislature is to make laws. And once you make laws, it goes from your court to the executive. We cannot be here discussing implementation. It falls under the rules of the executive. That is the fact. These laws were made by us. And these laws follow the whole 9 yards of lawmaking, which includes public hearing. It was advertised, and we invited the public, and the public agreed that cyber war is going to be more strong than the war fought with arms and weapons. And the earlier we prepare, the better. We have always cited Section 14 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The responsibility of government is to protect lives and properties. It is our duty as lawmakers to provide legal framework that will enable government to protect lives and properties. Now, in the wisdom of the legislators, we decided that there was a gap existing in the cyber security space. And in order to block that gap, we said there should be resources to be able to take care of that responsibility. Section 44 of this particular act, have been severally cited here, was clear. It has nothing to do, it doesn't have CBN to handle all the issues around there. Issues like GSM is under NCC. They have a different regulator. So when you mention CBN, it is not only to the exclusive reserve of the CBN. The CBN does not control the NCC. We have insurance companies there. We have SEC, Security and Exchange Commission there as one of the agencies mentioned in that shadow. Ours is to make the law. No individual was mentioned in that law. Citizens were not mentioned. In the course of the implementation, it is the regulatory bodies that have to ensure that since the 0.05% is from the already charges gotten by these agencies, it should not extend beyond that. It is their job. It's their regulatory body's job to do that. CBN should have a way of getting that done. SEC should know how to do that. NCC should know how to do that. It's not our call. So I want to say that we should be careful not to go beyond the doctrine of separation of power, which allows us to make laws and allow the executive to implement law. Entering into implementation space is not our call. And remember, as lawmakers, we cannot appropriate and reprobate at the same time. You cannot make a law that you pass and then you come back with a motion to tell executive not to execute the law. You can come by way of amendment of the law at the right time. I just want to guide the House properly so that we don't appear as those who are confused. We'll make laws today. Tomorrow we'll say implementation should not be carried. We have instruments for amending the law, and that is coming here, suggesting the areas that you want us to amend. So having said that, I want to ask the question. You want to say something, Minority Leader? Please, you have a right of reply.